Hey Simone, hey Numi, what's up? Hold on, ladies, I'm doing something. Hold on. What's up, True to the Core? What's going on? How are you ladies doing on this Thursday? Hold on, I was looking for something. I need to put my phone on the charger, honey, because it's dead. Well, it's about to go dead, anyways. So, Chrissy uploaded a video. Well, yeah. Chrissy uploaded a video in regards to her mother. I believe it was like a little while ago today. Um, so, I guess we're going to get a lot of different videos about her and her mom. I started to watch it, but I didn't watch it all the way through. But I guess this was like before before the situation happened. Um, and while she was trying to get prepared for the boys' birthdays or whatever, whatnot. What's up, moms and twins? What's up? What's up? What's up, baby? I'm gonna call you Kemp, okay? Because I don't want to mess up your first name. But what's up? Welcome to the chat. What's going on? Moms and twins, do you see this weather out here? Ain't it a piece of shit? So Chrissy is going to tell us how she was feeling and how all of these things have happened and transpired before and while and during and I guess after the situation. But girl, what is this title you got? Hold on, let me read it. My mom died on my son's B-day. Raw emotional breakdown. Girl, listen here, Chrissy. Listen here, ma'am. Condolences to you and your whole entire family, sweetheart. But see, now, Chrissy. What's up, love and happiness? What's going on? Now, girl, how long you finna milk this whole situation between you and your mother? I mean, really and truly, like, you lost your mother. So I just believe that you probably need to, um, take a break. You wasn't on here before. Now all of a sudden your mother has passed on. She doesn't have to worry about this wicked world no more. Now you want to get on here and post all of these different things about your mother. I hope that this doesn't come to be an ongoing thing because it's going to become to be sick at some point. Um, Christy needs to let her mother rest in peace and chill with the vibes, girl. I mean, true to the core. What's wrong with her? Hey, Sonia. I mean, like, let listen. It's giving Chrissy. It's giving a whole lot of different other vibes than I miss my mom. I'm mourning my mom. It's really giving. You want some extra attention. You want some sympathy. You want some money. Um, girl. I can keep going on and on and on. I would think that if I had just buried my mother, y'all wouldn't see me. Y'all wouldn't even know nothing about my mother passing away until probably months, 6 months, maybe a year on down the line. Because that type of person that you may lose, like you lose people off in your family, but somebody that your mother, that's a whole totally different situation. Now, Chrissy, I don't know what your relationship was between you and your mother before she passed away, but honey, this ain't gonna be it for you to want to keep using this like your mother. First of all, you got on here talking about how y'all didn't have no money to bury the lady, how you needed to get some GoFundMe money. Then all of a sudden she was able to get buried just voila without no assistance from that GoFundMe. And then you want her with these thumbnails with fake tears. Why not your real tears that come from your eyes? I don't understand. What's up with that? I mean, the things that you are coming on here to talk about, while all of this is going on, if you were trying to be strong for you and your kids, then I don't think that this would be on your radar, other than handling off the scenes if that's what you're going to do. Like I said, certain people like certain shit they say they don't like. They actually really like people to troll them, especially in ways like this. Especially in ways, what's up? Hey old son, especially in ways like this to where they can gain money off of it. You know, people are gonna be sympathetic to her losing her mother. She's not the first person, nor will she be the last person to lose a parent. But Chrissy's gonna actually, she's gonna put this on so thick. And my question, just like I really could care less about this husband because I told y'all who I know for her husband to be. That's Demarcus. I don't care what y'all say. Demarcus is Chrissy's husband. This little person that she got, that she's saying that's her husband or whatever, I don't know who that is. I don't know what she's talking about. But until I see otherwise or find out otherwise, Demarcus is still her husband. She's not divorced from him. She's not, and she's not, and she ain't. That's me. Y'all could think whatever y'all want to. It's your prerogative to feel and think however you want to. But I'm telling you, Demarcus is her husband. I don't know who this man she speak of. Where is he? Not that that even matters or whatever the case may be. But you would think that in this time, she would be spending time. What's up, Presso? She would be spending time with family members. That type shit on the internet, talking about how somebody is trolling you because you were just being trolled. You got really trolled to the max. Whether it was a good thing or a bad thing, you were getting trolled. Okay. And you came onto your platform to let us know that you are being threatened and you feel like your kid's safety is at risk or whatever. And then you went on to say, well, I went and filed a police report and I did this, that, and the third. But you said that before and you did nothing. So my thing of it is that I feel like at this point I'm just gonna call it from how I see it off of my observation. However y'all choose to see it is y'all's business. That's fine. But it's coming off as if like she's gonna try to capitalize off of her mother's death. Okay. And call me insensitive if you want to. I see through things. I could see through people as to what it is and what it isn't. Chrissy sat up there in this car and cried. I don't understand if your mother was just 45 minutes away. I pretty much drive that pretty much every single day. Every single day I drive about that. So I'm just saying, during the time of her passing or her being so sickly, and you should have known that she was sickly, or you should have known of whatever events. You saying that you didn't know that she was in the hospital, you found out late, and then you weren't even able to see her once she had passed on because they moved off into another room and all of this. Like, where were you at? What were you doing? Not that any of that matters. I'm not going to try to make you feel bad because what's done is done and it's permanent. So me trying to point out what you should have done or what you could have done is not going to change anything. I'm not going to try to make you feel bad about why you weren't there with your mother. But what I am going to call you out on is the fact that it seems like you really going to try to milk this whole your mother situation. You're going to try to milk this situation. We hadn't been seeing you. I'm saying this for a reason. We hadn't been seeing you produce no type of content. And you have plenty because you have 9 children over there. So don't tell me that you ain't got no content. Don't tell me that you have a what they call that a creator's block, whatever. Don't tell me that. You have a lot of kids over there. You have nothing but content over there. But the content that you will rather produce is about you and a man. Not you and your kids, but you and a man. You and your husband is what you want to produce. That's what you figure to be content. When it comes to your kids, you pick and choose what you want to do as far as what you upload pertaining to them. But off of my observation, and I'm not being insensitive, I'm just being real off to what I see and how I see it and how you're presenting yourself and things. The GoFundMe is still up. Not sure what you need it for. It's not really any of my business. Whatever people chose to contribute to your GoFundMe is if that's what they wanted to do, they did what they wanted to do, and it is what it is. But what I'm saying to you is that you were not producing any type of content with you and your children, you and your husband. But now that your mother has passed on, we're going to get nothing but content about your mother. then I would have to ask you, where was the content about your mother with your mother when she was living? Why would you don't start doing just a whole bunch of content? Slow down. I don't even know how you grieving with all of this here. Because I would have been to cut all of this off. Y'all would have been cut off. I would have been ghost for a while. You would have been wondering where I was at, because I'm not just gonna come on here as soon as one of my relatives passed away and just let you know that. No, for what? Especially when you already know how the internet works. You already know how people operate, how they get down. So why would you put yourself in a position to be, for your mama's death, her passing, to be mocked? Why? You already know the ins and outs of this because you've been on here for a decade now. So you know exactly what to expect. You knew that people were not going to let you grieve in peace, let you mourn in peace, or nothing. Talk bad about how your kids was dressed. You dressed them however you wanted to dress them. I don't know if it was the point to show that, you didn't take the money out of your GoFundMe or whatever, because you didn't need it. So I don't know why you asked for it. So that's one flag right there. Because you made it seem as if like we don't have this and we don't have this and we don't have that. So how was she buried? How was she buried without that 4K? Because you said that she didn't have nothing. Unfortunately, she didn't have this. And I just found that hard to believe for Miss Cassie not to have nothing, knowing that she's a sickly woman. Now, I know that there could be very irresponsible people, no matter the age group. I understand that. But I'm going to say, Miss Cassie, I believe it on my heart. Miss Cassie didn't pass on without no type of nothing on herself. She most definitely had some money for her to be buried. That's how she was, or whatever, cremated, whatever. I don't care. Whatever type of service that she had, it was able to be paid for, and it was able to be paid for without that GoFundMe money. So she didn't need to ask for it. There was no need for her to ask for that money. I want to see if it's still sitting there. I know it was yesterday, so I'm gonna check and see if it's still sitting there today. It's a right and a wrong way to go about things. If you know that you have true, honest supporters that will be there for you in your time of need, there's no need for you to put on no extra shenanigans, especially when it pertains to your mother's death. But if that's what you want to do, then that's on you. But I'm listen, girl, I'm not finna do it. But if that's what you want to do, then that's your business. But it don't seem like you trying to grieve in peace. It seems like you want people to do what they're doing. You're inviting this behavior because you keep getting on her talking about shit that don't have nothing to do with what you should be doing or how you should be doing it. So you have 3227 still raised right here, 101 donations. Honey, there's no 9 days until the service. The service is already done. So I would think that for you to be real, why don't you remove your take it down. Go ahead and take it down now, because you don't need that no more. You are basically having this up, making people think that your mother's not buried still. For the people that don't have that type of information, it says 9 days until service, May 17, 2025. Honey, she's already, yeah. Hey, Alexandria, she's already laid to rest. Okay. So, like I said, I don't know if you really need that 4K or whatever, but this is what you said. You said, sadly, she did not have life insurance, and our family is now facing the heavy responsibility of giving her the homegoing service she deserves. We are planning 2 services. Girl, something within this GoFundMe was extra. Yeah. Because like I said, when was this? When did you originally put this on here? What day? Okay. Is that the day you did that? I know it was around that time. Like, okay, so I guess it was around that time. Yeah, girl, go ahead and remove that. You're misleading people with that information, because your mother has already had her service. So there's no 9 days until another service because she has already been taken care of, and that's good. That's a blessing. I was wondering about that. So when you came and said that you were able to, y'all were having a service for her, I said, well, that's a good thing. She don't have to worry about how her mom's going to get buried or what she needs to do in regards on, getting her mother situated. Why wouldn't an older woman who was sick, not exactly Renee? Renee, hey doctor, how you doing, sweetheart? That lady has some insurance. Christy lied. I'm standing on it. I don't care what nobody say. That lady has some insurance. She's going to say it's for the second. No, 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 no. It's not. She's lying. She's not telling the truth. And it's really making me feel some type of way because she could be one of my family members, let alone my sister. Cause how I'm feeling is that Chrissy is going to, no, not that she's going to, she is. Chrissy's using her mother's passing as a, what's up, Nikki? Chrissy's using her mother's passing as a, girl, you should be ashamed of yourself. You really should be, Chrissy. I want to be sympathetic towards you. I do. I don't want to be insensitive because you lost your mother. I haven't lost mine, but I have had friends that have lost either one or the other of one of their parents. So I can't say that I can sympathize with you because I can't. I can't say that I know how you feel because I don't. But I know one day that I will eventually be off in your shoes. God forbid sometime soon, but hey, I don't know. But what I'm saying to you is that you really looking bad. You really are. Because you're going to use your mom's passing as a situation and then that girl trolling you as another situation. When really and truly, you trolled yourself when you did what you did. As soon as your mother passed away, you couldn't wait. You didn't even wait a day or two. You just had to come to the internet and let us know. It's okay that you want to be transparent and you want to be open. But hey, Ebony, but why be open about something that you know that's gonna be mocked of? That's your mama, man. I'm about to even cry. That's not even my mama. That's your mama. But you knew they was gonna. You knew that there was gonna be some type of something. But you brought it up on yourself because you knew that this was gonna come along. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that it's okay. But you know how people play. So when you brought that online, even talking about your brothers and stuff, you talking about how come they didn't call you? How come you wasn't in touch with? I said I wasn't gonna do that. I said I wasn't gonna do that. I'm not in the business of trying to make somebody feel some type of way because I'm not God. However, I will call you out on your shit if I see through you on some bullshit. And I'm calling you out on the fact that you are using your mother's passing as some type of monetary gain type shit. And it doesn't look right. It looks very crazy of you to do so. You came on her talking bad about your brothers and how they didn't tell you this, that, and the third. And my thing of it is she's your mother too. So how come you weren't keeping up with your mom in her condition, knowing what her condition has always been for years? Now you came on her not too long ago complaining about a electric bill in your brothers. And then you get mad at them because they didn't tell you about your mom being in the hospital. We don't know their story. We only know the story that you come to tell, right? So you may not have been so you may not have been around her. Boy, this boy gonna give me copyright or something. I have to mute myself or mute that out of here. Hey, son, don't keep doing that. Don't keep playing that song, please. Don't, because you keep playing that. He's watching trolls. So, I mean, she's monetizing off her mother's passing and sad. Yeah, I don't even know why I came on here. I'm about to get off of here. I just got completely irritated. Because I see things for what they are. Some people may say, nah, I don't see her doing that. You don't see her doing it? Oh, really? Then what is she doing? I think that y'all will be mourning y'all's mom, right? I don't think that y'all will find time to be getting into it with somebody that's trolling me and using that and in all of this, and then I'm just saying, she don't care about the mess. She care enough to have the children too. Yeah. Well, you know what, doctor? I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know. Y'all didn't like the way that they was dressed. Y'all thought they was dressed tacky. I mean, I just, I didn't look, I just looked at them being at their grandma's funeral. As far as the way they was dressed, if y'all feel like they could have been more presentable, I can dig it. You know what I'm saying, or whatnot. Now hold on. Now, cause Kingston. Now I don't know if that was Kingston and them girl. Them wasn't no capris. Them was pants, right? Or they might have been capris. Now, those pants that Kingston had, I don't care. They better have been some capris, because honey, if they wasn't no capris and they was flooding like that, what was he Michael Jackson for the? I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just being. What was he doing? Because I did see that, and shame on you, because I wouldn't have allowed him to come nowhere with me. No, no. What was up with that? I did see his pants was very, yeah. His pants was up here. They wasn't down here where they was they was a little short, like some shorts, some long shorts, some band capris with some long white socks. I think they were supposed to be pants. Don't quote me. I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I could tell you that much. I don't know what the fuck what was going on with that, because I don't know what that was about. But that right there, that now I could see y'all saying something about that, because I'm saying something about that. I don't know what that was about. My boy is very, very tall. My oldest boy, he is very tall. He's 4'11", as a matter of fact. Okay, he's 4'11". Okay, he has a very small waist, just like my his waist goes in, honey. So even though he's tall, I have to buy bigger. Like I have to buy whatever that's going to make sure he's not flooding, because my son is not finna be flooded. Okay, my son wears 14, 16 pants, 14, 16 shirts. Jalen wears 10, 12s. Yeah, he's 6, but he wears 10, 12s. He sure do. I have to buy the 14, 16s for Tristan, even though it just depends on the material of the clothing because of how tall he is. He wears 14, 16 pants because he's long. He ain't finna be flooded. She sure ain't going to school flooded. He sure the hell ain't going to no funeral or no type of gathering out with me flooding like that. I don't think so. I don't know if he dressed himself or she wasn't, I don't know. They all old enough to dress themselves the way that they want to. So maybe they dress themselves, y'all. Maybe they all put on their own clothes or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But all I can say is that I'm glad that Miss Cassie, maybe her funeral wasn't the way that she wanted it to be. I don't know. But I'm just glad that she's laid to rest. Regardless of how the children didn't, wasn't presentable, or that husband that wasn't there. Girl, you can't make this up. So, like I said, I believe that maybe, I mean, I don't know if, I don't know her mama's name or whatever the case may be, but I believe, what's up, Mahogany? Haven't seen you in a long time. What's up? That if you type in her name on YouTube, maybe you can be able to pull up the video, the funeral, if they were casting or whatever, whatnot. Not trying to come off nasty, but she needs to go get their haircuts for her. You ain't nasty. That's your opinion, Mahogany. You have the right to feel however you want to, sweetheart. I don't have nothing against as to what y'all say. All I ask is that we just be respectful as grown ass women, and that's all. You ain't being nasty about how you feel about how their hair, if their hair wasn't done, because they should be. They should be presentable. Especially, I could dig y'all. If you going to your grandmother's funeral or whatever, you should be able, put on for your grandma. That's your grandmother's. That's the last time that you're going to be in the same space with your grandmother. So show up and show out. Be dress nice. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that the kids are nice looking and things like that or whatever. So I understand what you're saying. I really didn't too much look at the kids like that, or whatever, whatnot. But it is what it is. My main thing of it is that I don't think that it's cool or whatever. For her to, I think she just need to chill out. Just chill out. Mourn your mama. Stop coming on here with this, whatever you got going on, and maybe it haven't even hit you yet. Maybe it's just all of, it's just kind of like a dream to you and it hasn't really set in on you yet. I don't know. Maybe it needs to set in on you so that you can stay off of here and stop talking about stuff that you're not going to do nothing about. And I mean that. Because if you're not going to do anything about anything that you feel that's been done to you, then it's a waste of your breath, a waste of your audience ears to hear, because you're not going to do nothing. I need you to go grieve in peace with your children. You just lost your mom and they just lost their grandmother. Go be with your family. Go be with them. You hadn't been on here. We hadn't seen you. Now, all of a sudden, your mama passed away. Then we seen you. We're about to start seeing you more often. You making thumbnails with fake tears and coming down your eyes instead of your real tears as to how you really feel. Your raw. You say it's raw, right? What's raw about that thumbnail you made? What we doing? What's wrong about that? And you still got your GoFundMe up, thinking people that your mama still ain't buried. Oh yes, she is. Oh yes, she is. And then you got thumbnails like this, ma'am. What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? What's up? It's kind of like, I don't know what you want, but just ask for it and don't use your mama to do it. Because I'm about to cuss your ass the fuck out.
Burger sounds a little too much like
on some real shit.
We call burgers circles.
Girl. Hey, Mama Boo. Mama Boo just uploaded something. I'll show you here after a second. Hold on. Mama Boo just uploaded something. Y'all want to hear this? Hold on. I'm about to read what y'all say. Y'all know I'm blind, so give me a second. Girl, let me see. We also, what Miss Doctor say? Girl, where my other screen at? Shit. I just don't understand how she can capitalize off her mother's death. She was never there for her mother, only for her own selfish reasons in babysitting. Okay, selfish and arrogant. Her mom seems like a regal woman who cared and was on her about representation. Also, why lie to people about money? Why lying a husband? I cannot tell people how to mourn, but she is full of shit. I'm with you. She's a fucked up person. I'm with you. I could dig what you're saying. It really don't seem like that Chrissy had like. Chrissy, you brought it to the internet, honey. And I'm trying to keep it cute as much as I can. I understand however other people want to rock and roll, that's on them. But I'm even though I do know certain things as far as you not being the daughter that you should have been to your mother.
Excuse me, it's right here.
And that's probably why you're full of hurt and pain, is because you know that you weren't doing what you were supposed to do, Chrissy. Okay. You know that you weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing while your mama was alive. And now that she's gone, you really feeling that shit. I don't, coming on here crying in the car and talking about how you missed this and you missed that, and talking about how your brothers didn't, you wish that your brothers would have handled things differently. Where the fuck were you at? I mean, what is you talking about how you wish that your brothers would have did something a different way? Where was your antennas at to help them do whatever you felt like they should have did different? What's up with that? It's given like your brothers was more attentive to your mother, and you weren't, and you were not. Her mother's pretty. She most definitely is. It's something about a person that sets up the camera to cry, girl. You know she full of shit, period. It's something about somebody that sits there and can cry and then cut that shit off like a light switch. I thought you was upset. I thought you was in your feelings, man. I thought you was feeling some type of way. All I'm saying is that it's not good. It's not cute. It's not a good look to be trying to use your mother's death to capitalize off of. I don't know if that's what you're trying to do, but that's what it's given. You have came on here more times than a little bit to talk about absolutely nothing. Stay off and go mourn your mom. Her brothers handled all the funeral arrangements and what? Complain. I've seen her complain. Because while she's on her talking about how she don't like how they did this and that, I'm asking you, with you being her only daughter, right? Where the fuck were you at? Like, seriously, it's not to make you feel no type of way, but since you're tuning into things that you shouldn't be tuning into, you're paying attention to the negative things. Chris, in the next few days and so forth, Chrissy's going to come on here and tell us about all the negative things that she has been experiencing. And she's going to want those Chrissy's cousins over there to feel so sorry for her and feel so this and so that for her. And you know, I do feel sorry for you, ma'am. Condolences to you for losing your mom. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And that's on everything. But what I'm saying to you is that you need to cut the shit. Don't use your mama. You weren't doing no type of videos with her while she was alive, on up until the point she passed on. So please don't do it now. Don't use her now that you can't even reach out and touch her to give her a kiss or a hug. Don't do that shit now because you wasn't doing it then. We already know she's done passed on. What's up? I said, hi. What's up, Nikki? What's up? Hey, girl. How you say your name? Shanae? Oh, okay. How you doing, Shanae? Uh-huh. But yeah, she need to get it together. She most definitely needs to get her shit together. Now, I was contemplating, I got a little bit of seconds before. Hey, excuse me. I just hope, if I do, that's okay. I'll do it over again for my audience. But you over there playing the trolls over and over and over again. Would you stop? Like, for real, seriously. You going to get me copyright with that music over there. She knows she fake, and we know she is too. She was never at the hospital. She had hubby. If y'all come here and say something else about her hubby, again. What's up, Kay? Oh, okay, I want to say your name right, sweetheart. Don't say nothing about her no husband that you don't see. You seen DeMarcus or something? I'm telling y'all, that's who her husband is. I don't give a shit what y'all say. That's who her husband is. She's still married to DeMarcus. That's who her husband is. Okay? Then when did y'all see Chrissy come out and tell y'all that she got a divorce? When? She said she did. She ain't got no damn divorce, because that means that DeMarcus asked for a DNA test. I know we're going left field, but I'm just telling y'all. DeMarcus asked for DNA tests for those 3 boys. Chrissy makes the statement that she doesn't know she said they're looking for him. I don't know if he got it or not. What? I know y'all heard her when she said about DeMarcus in the divorce situation. She said that they were looking for him. And I said, well, why would they be looking for a man that you already divorced from? It doesn't make any sense, because you're still married to him, because he requested a DNA test for Onyx and Blaze. Most definitely did. Divorce comes with all of those things. He wants DNA. Yeah, so you mean to tell me y'all went through all of that and it got finalized and shit? I don't know. I say she's still married to DeMarcus. Most definitely is. And all of these men that she even ride. This is a little fairy tale. I'm getting married type shit. Ain't getting married to nobody, because you're already still married. And this whole situation with your mama, or whatever the case may be, like I said, If I was one of your siblings, I've been and had to call you out on your shit, especially if you're on YouTube or social media platforms, making it seem like our mom is in need of this and our mom is in need of that. She ain't in need of shit. She was in need of you to be a daughter to her while she was here on earth. So then that you wouldn't have to know how is this child in the same state with each other, but you having to ask your brothers about your mama and how she's doing and what she's doing. When you're her only go ahead, baby. You're her only daughter, right? You would think that instead of your brothers taking care of everything, you would think that you would be front and center since that's y'all's mama. You the girl and they're the boys. But you talking about you having all these, I can't believe, like, I wish they would have did this. I wish my brothers would have did this. They probably wish that you would have been more helpful. But you weren't. You was complaining about an electric bill that she was running up over there that you said with her oxygen tank. And from what the people in the chat was telling me, honey, that if a person is on oxygen or whatever the case may be, they write off on some type of the electric bill to let the electric bill know so that it does not run the electric bill up or whatever. Some type of weird shit. I don't know.
Excuse me? Mama.
Yes.
Can I have pizza?
Oh yeah, hold on, y'all. GoFundMe needs to be verified with real ID. The GoFundMe says Christina Gordon, DeMarcus last name. She ain't married. Definitely to no doctor. She's not married to no doctor. She's not married to no doctor. She's married. She's married to that DeMarcus man. That's her husband. Let's just be very clear, okay? Ain't no doctor nowhere. They girl. If they was divorced, the YouTube streets would have found and brought a girl. That girl ain't divorced. That's what I'm telling y'all. She's not divorced. I don't know why she be snipping, why she be snipping, acting like she is divorced, but she knows she's not. That girl ain't divorced at all for shit. While she was up there talking about her getting married to Rod, how she up there talking about she got a husband now, girl. You ain't got nobody's husband, so I don't know why you be slipped there lying like that. I mean, you ain't got no new husband. You still got that old one. Because we already know how divorces are, honey. Especially when you got children involved. That type of shit don't just go. You don't just get divorced like that. No, that's a process, honey. I'm talking about like 90 days of shit. Maybe even longer. Who knows? But I'm gonna say 90 days to the max with kids, yeah. You know I'm being what you say? You know I'm being sarcastic, girl. The doctor husband that makes two, girl. If he made that much, then he could have been able to pay for her whole entire funeral with no assistance, no type of GoFundMe or nothing. That girl is over there living in a fairy tale land as she always have. Chrissy is one of those women that want a man so bad. A piece of man is better than no man at all. Bitch, I don't want a piece of nothing. If he can't come whole, then he gotta go. Cause I don't know nothing about no piece of nothing. I'm not willing to accept nothing to keep nothing around me. I could be by myself. I love myself enough to be with myself. And I wouldn't even be by myself because I got two boys. You hear me? Period. Ain't no way in hell. This girl be living in fairy tale land. She wants it so bad. I hope that one day she finds what she's looking for and it actually works out for her so that she can stop introducing her kids to all of these damn different men. And I mean that. I most definitely do. Chrissy don't have no content unless the content involves a man. If it has to involve her kids, she's not going. Because the way y'all be talking about them, that's why she don't show them. Because half of all the time they may not be up to par. They may not be kept up. So that's why we see them when she wants to show them, which is fine, or whatever the case may be. Those are her kids. She can do whatever she want to do with them. But the only time, okay, you gonna keep on, you gonna put some pop in. Hey, you don't need all of that. Put that down. All right, you gonna be over there crying here in just a hot second. But yeah, don't nobody got like for real. Seriously, what's wrong with her? She cannot get a real man because she is not about that life of getting herself together. She does not have a hustle about her. Well, you know what? She get on here with them drastic ass wigs and the drastic makeup. I mean, I want it for her, so she wants it for herself. But stop fishing, because every time you start fishing for them, honey, you pulling out these rotten ass fish or whatever, and you have to throw them right back off in there, honey, and start all over again. You should be tired. You should be tired. Because like when y'all like for real, I'm dead ass serious. When y'all tell me that man that she's supposed to be with right now is not the same man that she's supposed to have the miscarriage for, I said, I know you fucking lying. So this is not the same dude. That's not the same dude, right? Correct? That's not the same dude. So it's a whole nother dude that she's married to all of a sudden. How long did she say that she had been knowing him? Because she keep coming on and talking about, I've been knowing this person for this long and this long. She said the same thing about the dead, the unalive baby daddy that's supposed to be for one of the kids that she never mentioned for. Remember that? She always say, I knew this person for a year. I knew this person for 2 years and probably only knew him for 2 seconds. She wants that so bad for herself to where she's willing to accept it from anybody that's willing to give it to her. But it always blows up in her face though, because she puts on more than what she should. Like you telling us that you were a doctor, but then I'm talking and you know better. No more. You good. You good. Get you something to drink because we fist to go. In like 10 minutes, we about to leave. So yeah, you got this doctor that's making money and you had to put up a GoFundMe. Honey, I would never tell nobody that I have a doctor for a husband. I'm making money, he's making money. And you mean tell me we can't put our heads together to come up with that 4K? Or he can't come up with one, I come up with one. I got 2 brothers. They come up with the other 2. The money, the bottom line is that the money, we don't even have to talk about the GoFundMe. The bottom line about the GoFundMe is that it was never needed in the first place because Cassie, this is my final statements and thoughts. Miss Cassie never needed no money to be buried because Miss Cassie had money to bury herself. Point blank, period. Miss Cassie had life insurance policy. Miss Cassie had money to take care of her whatever she needed to take care of. That's why Chrissy's GoFundMe was never touched and it's still not touched now because it was never needed in the first place. So all of that, unfortunately, my mama didn't have life insurance. She lied. Her mama did have life insurance. Her mama had some type of policy. Put it up there. Yeah, put it up there and come on out. Go wash your hands. Yeah, go wash your hands. Her mother most definitely did have. She just had a miscarriage and married. Girl, I don't believe nothing. If you see Chrissy cries because Chrissy has guilt. Chrissy could have been better to her mom while she was here, but she wasn't. And now that her mom is gone, whatever that your mom was doing to help or assist you in any way, shape, or form, you have to figure it out. So if you are lying about Mr. Doctor, which you are lying. There's no doctor. There's no doctor. There's no doctor. I would not openly tell y'all that I'm with a doctor and I have to get a GoFundMe for my mother's burial. There's no way I'm gonna tell you that I'm with a doctor, but I have to raise 4K for my mother's burial. Get out of there. No, come out of there. Come out. Sit that down. and go sit down. Go over there and sit down. You good. I have to slow you down because you be getting beside yourself, son. For real. She just had a miss. Okay, I read that. But yeah, so she needs to get it together. This whole little thing, I think, like I said, it's more of a money grab for her. Her mother never needed nothing from nobody. She had a seal because she was sickly. There's not no elderly black person that I'm gonna say that I know that don't have no life insurance or no type of retirement, no nothing for themselves, especially if they are known to be sickly. Or I don't know nobody that will be around them, knowing, especially their kids, to be around them, knowing that their parent is sickly and not have no type of life insurance policy out on that person, just in case that person passes away. So you mean to tell me that not only was your mother irresponsible, y'all were too when it came to her being sickly. So let's just say she was too sick to do anything of a sort. You mean to tell me that not none of the three stooges, her brother or her, didn't decide, okay, mama's really sick. We need to make sure that, we have this together for her. Just in case something happens, we need to make sure we got this going for her. We need to make sure that she has something that's, some life insurance or whatever the case may be. We need to make sure that she has that in place just in case we have to bury her, anytime soon or whatever the case may be. You asking questions about are you having issues with your brothers about when it pertains to your mama, that's telling us all we need to know. It was that you were not entwined with your mother as you should have been up all the way up into her, hey Mary, to her last days. You were not there, or you may have been there, but it was touch and go. See, and the reason why you felt some type of way is because you must have thought that, maybe she was going to come out of it and she didn't. So you might have played it to the left, like, okay, well, I'll go here. I'll go tomorrow. I won't go tonight. I'll go tomorrow. You put things off, and then you realize once you put some shit off that you couldn't. Once she was moved out of ICU and transported to another room, you weren't able to see her. But I don't know why you weren't there. I don't know why you weren't there. I don't know what could have been more important to why you weren't there. So please don't get on her and milk anything. You know all about you and what you didn't do and what you should have done. And I know whatever it is that you didn't do is gonna eat you up every day, because what we are dealing with is something permanent or whatever the case may be. But using your mother to gain money and shit like that, no, that's not gonna ever be what's up. I think that's very sick, and I think you need to quit for real. Like coming in a car crying and carrying on and all of that shit.
Which I think it actually their kids feel special. That's
Girl.
definitely not talked about enough. Like, we go through a lot to make sure our kids are happy.
And then she just lay it on there thick. My mom died on my son's birthday. Go sit down somewhere, Christy. I'm telling you that right now. You looking very, very It's not a good look to me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fuck about how nobody feel about it. You can feel however you want to, but I'm telling you the way that it's looking, honey, you looking very strange. I hope your mama didn't leave nothing for nobody. How about that? Or I'm gonna say I'm not gonna say I hope she didn't leave nothing for nobody. If she left something for somebody, I hope she left it for the person that she knew that was really there for her, that took good care of her, and that was a great caregiver if they were and they needed to be for her whenever she needed them. I hope that if she did leave anything, that they were the ones that got that. And the people that didn't do anything, and that means even you, that you don't get shit. And I mean that. Because it seems like you are already trying to use this as a situation already. Now all of a sudden you can pop out and post content or whatever. But before, oh, you were too busy, and you were too this, and you were too that. I guess you were too busy to go to the hospital to see your mama when she passed away too. Because you should have been there. There's no way in hell that my mama's laying up in the hospital. I don't care how many damn kids, bitch. I wouldn't care if I had 20 kids. Somebody's going to get them. And I'm going to go be with my mama. Especially if she's on a ventilator. That type shit ain't nothing finna keep me separated from my mama. Let my mama go on a ventilator. God forbid nothing like that happens. Or let anything happens like that to either one of my parents, honey. They have another parent. I'm gonna go be with mine for sure. I don't want to have to live and deal with knowing that I was able to be there, but I wasn't because I was doing other shit, thinking that, oh, she'll be all right. Oh, she'll be okay until I get there tomorrow. You don't know that. Nothing's promised tomorrow. And shit, nothing even is promised today. Hell, that's just on some real shit. So I'm just saying. It's not giving a good look, but prayers to you and your family. I hope that you get through this the best way that you can. I know that you'll never get over it because your mother's gone, but that's really sad that you'll sit up there and do what you're doing though. Take that GoFundMe down because it's making you look stupid. I'm encouraging you. I'm giving you some encouraging words to take that shit on down. Give those people they money back. You don't need it. Your mother's gone. She's laid to rest. Go sit down somewhere. I'm not going to tell you again. Go sit down somewhere. No. So, she needs to get her shit together. Go mourn your mom. Go spend some time with your kids and your husband that you swear you have. And the man didn't even come to, because guess what? There probably isn't one no more, doctor. That man probably gone somewhere. All you hear is her talk about him. We haven't heard her talk about no more trips or nothing. Usually when Chrissy has a man, for real, we know she got a man. She's going to be posting all about that man. It's going to be more than her talking about my husband. So who was the trip she was taking? Was it with the man that she's supposed to be pregnant for and had the miscarriage? Or is it this one? Girl, I don't give a fuck. I don't even care. Okay, because it don't even matter. Because at this point, she's just all over the place. Okay, all over the place and everywhere and everything. So it don't even matter. Just do better. Stop coming online with this or whatever. I'll go through this and maybe find some parts of it. I don't know. Maybe not. I may not do that at all. Because we all see what it is. And please don't get on here making more thumbnails like this. If you're sad about your mom, that's fine. Be sad about her. But don't put it on too thick now. You ain't got to do all of that. You really don't. Queen, we are here for you. Grieving has no time limit. If you want to cry, let it out. You are dealing with a major life-changing event. Stay strong and know you and your family are in my prayers. Amen. Sorry for your loss, Chrissy, and yours are in my prayers. But tell her don't come on here crying. It's okay to go cry in the house in her room somewhere, but coming on here crying because of whatever reason, like I said, it's really showing like she probably wished that she would have did things differently, but she didn't. It's too late for that. It's well too late for that. Miss Cassie has gone on. So if you have a living, if your father is living, all I can tell you is that you probably better go spend some time with him or get to see him or whatever the case may be, or you better rekindle the relationships with you and your brothers or whatever the case may be, since you say they're older than you, so then you don't have to have the same experience and over the same experience over again. Because you talking about how you didn't like this and how you didn't like that. I don't like the fact that you wasn't a participant. You can't be talking about how somebody handled a situation or how they took care of a situation when you was not a participant in the situation. So however they chose to do it, however they chose to handle it, that's what they did. They did what they felt was best. Where were you at to have any part in the decision making? So then you would have to question why this, that, and the third. So what I'm saying to you is this. Just don't do it. Just warn your mom. Take you some time off as much as you need to. Don't come back to the internet talking about people are threatening you and trying to do this and that to you, because you're not doing anything as far as that goes. You're not taking no type of action towards that person or those people. So just let it go. Don't let that be the fuel to your fire as to what you're trying to start. Don't do that. Because this has been going on. This is not nothing new. So don't act like it is something new to you, because it's not. Don't try to put it on extra thick because it has something to do with your mother's passing. Don't troll with your mama's situation. Just don't do it. Just go ahead and go chill with the family. Get your mom right, and then come back and give us some content that does not have nothing to do with your mother. Don't upload no other video about your mom, because it's like, yeah, go ahead and just grieve. I'm asking you just go ahead and grieve in peace, and then you won't have to worry about coming to the internet, telling the internet how people are taunting you about your mother's passing. They wouldn't have been able to say anything about Miss Cassie if you would have never broadcast that she had passed away. You said that you were being transparent with your audience. I can dig it and I can understand that. But I would have been transparent with them probably a month or two later on down the line. There's no way in hell my mama passed away and I'm going to come on here and just buku crying to y'all and let y'all know that that's what happened. So then people, while I'm trying to mourn my mom and trying to grieve, I got people taunting me about her being gone. So I'm having to see that too. And this is something I do. So I'm having to see people come off in the chat troll me with the shit. No. Even though you won't be able to stop that, even if you were to come a month or two later after the fact. But y'all give people things to troll y'all for. Even if they shouldn't troll y'all for it, you can't control what the next person do. You can control what you do. By you bringing this information to the internet, you gave people something to talk about. And then when you decided to go ahead and add that GoFundMe shit, that's when you already was gonna have something to say about that, and you knew it. But you knew your Chrissy's cousins was gonna justify your actions. Just as long as they justify the things that you do, you cool with it. Just as long as they validate you, you're cool with it. It's like, okay, just as long as they, then I'm good to go. Remove your GoFundMe. You got majority of your money, or whatever the case may be. I don't know exactly what you need it for, because everybody loses somebody every single day. So I don't know what you would need a set amount. What's up, Neola? I don't know what you would need to have that for. I'm just saying. It doesn't make any sense. But to her it does. So we just gonna let her have it. Hopefully those kids is okay, because they did lose a grandmother. So hopefully that they're okay. Hopefully they're doing good. I don't know how close they was with her, but seeming that Chrissy seemed like she was kind of, I don't know. It seemed like their relationship was estranged. Maybe she would talk to her on the phone, but as far as her actually going to go see her and be around her, I don't think that she was doing that. I don't know if she was or she wasn't. But yeah. Just don't troll. Don't use your mother's death as a way to gain money. That's not nice. But condolences to you and your family and your children. I hope that you're able to cope with this the best way that you can. But if you want any type of peace, you will get your ass up off this internet and you'll go grieve in peace. And you'll stop going over there to places where you don't belong, where people talk about you and do certain things, especially if you're not going to do shit about it. Don't complain about things that you're not going to do nothing about. Don't get on here and put on this show that people are risking your safety and your kids' safety. If you need to move, just say that. If you need that money to move, just say that, Chrissy. The house is too much for you. Stop going to go get stuff that you can't afford. Don't keep up with the Joneses, because you're not one, okay? You're a Gordon. Keep up with the Gordons, meaning you. Keep up with the money that you can afford, so then you have to worry about getting evicted. I don't know what's wrong with you bitches that make this type of money but can't have no stability for you and your children. What good is it to have it but can't keep it? Or what good is it to have it and not use it in the way that it's supposed to? I don't understand that shit. How about you take that money that you got and go get you and put it towards you a bigger car for you and your tribe? Because that Tesla that you got, that be going dead every other day or whatever, you need to get rid of that small girl. I wish the fuck I would go get a Tesla and know that all of my children can't even fit in there. And you cool with that. You cool with a lot of things you shouldn't be cool with. Like you cool with the fact that as long as you got a man that you can flaunt around, you have content. But you have 9 beautiful children that you can individually do content with. You and Peaches both, y'all's content want to be about some stupid weird ass shit. All of that content that you got in your house and the content that y'all choose to produce is just beyond me. It's just beyond me, you know. We'll see you when you want to talk about your baby daddies and they baby mamas and they not doing shit or they not helping you or whatever the case may be. Or you have some type of I'm pregnant. Oh, I'm getting married or I am married. Oh, I got a new boyfriend. I got a doctor for a boyfriend, but I need to go fund me for 4K. Girl, where's y'all money going? To that house that you paying for? Hey, sir, excuse me over there. Hey, give me the remote. Bring it to me. You can't seem to stop. I gotta stop you. I gotta stop you while you head yourself. You got your shoes on? Put your shoes on, because we finna go. She wanted to capitalize off her passing. Point blank, period. And that's gonna be the end of our conversation. Let's play a game. Yes, sir. Yeah, that concludes this session. I don't want to keep repeating the same thing. Y'all get my drift as to what I said. You know. Yeah, go ahead and put them on, baby. But I gotta go. Boy, this little child of mine over here with his big old head. Put your shoes on, kid, so we can go. But yeah, we're gonna close it out right there. She don't need to be capitalizing off of her mama's death. She doesn't need to do that. Chrissy, if that's not what you're doing, what I'm telling you is that's exactly what it's looking like. It's looking like exactly what people are saying it looks like. Okay. You got your little 4K GoFundMe going on with a doctor in your house. Go back over there. Don't come over here and put your shoes on right. Thank you, sir. Hey, put your shoes on right. Yes, sit down and put them on right. Yes. In fact, she goes before she gets evicted. But she needs some money though. I think that's why she needs some money. I think I think that the house is too much for her. It's stupid and it's crazy and all types of shit or whatever. So I think I cut in and out. But let's play a game. I think she needs some money. I think that's the whole purpose of that GoFundMe. Probably it's gonna go towards her moving. She's got to probably move about that house. The house is too much for that girl. You know, she does things for show. You know, I got this house. She always gets some very nice homes. Don't get it twisted. I don't know however she get them. I don't give a shit. But she always gets some nice homes or whatever the case may be. But I think that it's about that time. It'd be about that time for them. It's about that time. You know, if it's not her, it's Peaches. So it's about that time for her. All right, Prairie. It's about that time for her to find her another place to stay. So I think that's what she's in need of, is some money. I think pretty soon we're going to hear about some stupid weird shit about her house, her landlord, or she's going to blame old girl and say old girl done did something to get her evicted, or she's going to say somebody did something to get her evicted, or somebody did something. It's coming. Wait for it. The storylines is rolling in as we speak. We already got the strong storyline of I'm being harassed, I'm being stalked, and my safety has been compromised, but I got a whole man in the house that's a doctor, and I could really get her, but I ain't gonna get her because, hey, it's sending some people my way, and hey, people are being sympathetic towards me losing my mama, so I might get a little bit of cash, might get a little bit of money from this situation. So why not exploit it? Cut that shit out, Chrissy. I'm out, y'all. I gotta go. I'll holler at y'all. Catch y'all on the flip side. Make sure y'all keep y'all's bells ringing, honey. Yeah, because I most definitely do need to skate up out of here. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. All of y'all that did, please hit the like button for me, okay? Whether I come in for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or to an hour, I told myself that I'm going to get myself and press this button, okay? All right. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Most definitely will. Tomorrow's Friday. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Keep those bells ringing. If I have a little bit off in me tonight, just depends on what goes down. I might hit this live button again tonight since it's coming up short. How long I've been on here? Oh, for an hour. Okay, cool. So yeah, catch the replay. Keep those bells ringing. There's a lot of shit that we could talk about. So I definitely want to talk about Puff. So y'all still ain't seen Puff Daddy off in the court, huh? Y'all still getting those little cartoon pictures and shit. Boy, ain't that some funny shit? How we seen Bill Cosby and we seen R. Kelly off in the court, but we ain't seen Puff Daddy. What's up, Yellow Baby? We ain't seen Puff Daddy off in there, huh? His trial was 5/5/25, right? Cinco de Mayo. And he ain't been in nobody's courtroom. Y'all ain't seen that man, huh? Ain't seen him. Maybe he'll pop up, maybe he won't. But Yellow, I'm out though. Hey, Tristan, let's go.
Well, look.
All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all, but we'll talk about that next time.